Well, today's video is gonna be a fun one, guys. Today I'm gonna reveal to you the 9 stocks that my wife and I own total. And not only am I gonna tell you the names, but I'm also gonna reveal how much as a percent of our portfolio it actually makes up, guys. So I hope you really enjoy this video today. It's something I've never really done. I always talk about like the 4 stocks I own that are like the 4 biggest investments I have in my account, but I never kind of like split it out like, oh, this one makes up this big of a percent and things like that, guys. So I hope you really enjoy this. These are the 9 stocks we own, and so we got a few different accounts, right? I alone have 3 different accounts. Now the reason for this is one of my accounts is strictly to showing my stock market membership group, okay? By the way, second link down there in the description. That is a public account that I show everybody the trades in there. I actually show literally the dollar amounts, like I put this much money in this stock today. I show them every single week in there. So that's one account, okay? That's a public account. I throw like $10,000 or so into that account each month, and we just kind of build it and build it and build it. Then I have obviously my private account, which is my main account. I have my main account, it's my private account. No one knows what's in that account or things like that. That's just private. Then I have another account that's like a rollover 401k account that's from my old workplace, Quick Trip and things like that. There's money in there, okay? My wife has 2 separate accounts. She has her main account and then she has like a rollover 401k type account, okay? So in total we got 5 accounts. I know it seems insane and whatnot, but that's just kind of the way we do it and whatnot. So by the way, if you're new to the stock market, make sure you check out that first link down there in the description. That goes into my exact philosophy on how I pick stocks, okay? That will help a lot of you beginners in the stock market out tremendously. All right, guys, let's get into this. So let's start out from the bottom and work our way up to the top with my accounts, okay? Now, I calculated all the numbers from my private account, my public account that I show everybody that's in my stock market membership group, my rollover 401k. I calculated all these numbers out, and this is kind of the makeup, okay? You can see up at the top 3 stocks in my personal portfolio make up around 70% of the portfolio weight. They're kind of my big dog stocks, but let's start out down here. So down here, my wife and I, we both own 2 spec stocks. They're very small positions of ours, okay? Mine that's in my account is a company named IZEA. This marker does not work so well, so we're not going to use that one there. We're going to use this red marker. It's a company called IZEA, okay? This is my little spec stock. It's a little, basically they work with creators and things like that that are trying to find sponsorship deals. Like if I wanted to, you know, find a sponsorship deal or whatnot, I could go to this company. They're also starting crypto mining and things like that. It's my little spec play, okay? That's why it represents around 2% of my portfolio. I have no interest in building that position or anything like that. I stuck some money in that one. We'll see where it goes, okay? And I have no issue if people have a little spec company. The issue I have is when people have spec companies as their main investments. That's the issue, okay? There's nothing wrong with having a spec company that represents 1, 2, 3% of your portfolio, but a lot of you guys out there have spec companies that are your main dog companies. Those are not the type of companies, you know, that are super small market cap, you know, $20 million, $50 million, maybe $100 million type market cap numbers. You know, those are very speculative, guys. You should, if you own one of those stocks, it's fine, but have it be a very, very small percent of your portfolio, okay? My next one up here, 8% of my portfolio is an eBay stock, okay? A lot of you guys know eBay. This used to be one of my top 4 biggest investments. It got kicked out recently, not because I sold any shares, just because I added new shares of other companies and things like that. Still represents around 8% of my total portfolio. Down here, we've got Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs represents around 10% of my portfolio right now. Obviously, one of the biggest investment banks out there, the most successful in my opinion. A position I could potentially be adding here within the next few weeks, especially if it's under the $250 range. Next one up here is a newer position, but this one is rising the ranks really quickly, and it is L Brands, okay? L Brands, I didn't even have a position in this stock up until literally probably a week ago, about a week ago or so, and now it's already up to 10% of my portfolio. I've been sticking a lot of new money in that stock, and speaking about stocks, I've been sticking a lot of new money in. This one I've been adding for about the past month or so, and that one is Toll Brothers, okay? Toll Brothers, the creme de la creme in home building. There's no one above them really as far as a public company you can invest in that's, you know, kind of more in the luxury space. Average home they sell is over $850,000 compared to much of the public companies that are really in the range of selling homes that are $300,000 to $400,000. This one's already 22% of my portfolio, and this one may end up jumping thing to be my biggest position at some point in time, especially if it stays kind of in the price range we're at currently, all right? So that one's already 22% of my portfolio. The next one up here is Cruise, Cruisy Doozy, which is the main chip supplier to Apple. They're also a chip supplier to Samsung, all the mobile phones and things like that. They're a chip supplier to a lot of companies, but the majority of their revenue coming in through the door, they get it from Apple. After that, then it's Samsung, and then it's kind of everybody else. But the problem with the phone space is there's so few competitors, there's so few companies that are selling big volumes in phones. It's really like Apple, Samsung dominate, and then everybody else is so far behind, guys. It's insane. But that particular position is really one I don't think is going to pay off in 2018, in my opinion. I think it's going to really start to pay off in 2019, 2020, and going forward after that point. But this is a position I got in right now just because I feel like I don't want it to go up a bunch and then I have to buy at a much steeper price because everybody starts to realize what type of growth that company could potentially have, moving forward and whatnot. So that is my second biggest position, and my biggest position currently, and I love this one, it's Eli. It's Callaway Golf. And wait until the Masters starts tomorrow, okay? The Masters start tomorrow, and wait till you see the numbers that come out of the Masters. Tiger's playing really good golf right now. He should easily make the cut. And oh my goodness, guys, the viewership numbers for the Masters are going to be astronomical. Wait until you guys see those numbers, especially as long as Tiger makes a cut. Oh my gosh, and especially if he's playing up toward the top. Wait till you see the viewership metrics. That helps out in a big way of Callaway because Callaway sells golf clubs. They also have a 15% ownership stake in Topgolf and things like that. So it's going to be a huge one there. And if I had it's hard for me to make short-term predictions on what's going to happen for the remainder of the year. But if I had to bet that of stocks, I own that could pay off big in 2018, it would probably be Toll Brothers and Callaway. I see those as probably being the ones that will pay off this year. We'll see what happens. Cruise is probably going to be a 2019, 2020 play. I'm just in it now because I want to be in it. L Brands, that's just a solid company all around. Goldman Sachs, eBay, same type of deal, okay? So those are the numbers from my portfolio. Now my wife over here, the 2%, her spec stock is Snapchat, okay? You guys probably know Snapchat very well. That's her spec stock, makes up around 2% of the portfolio, and 98% of the portfolio is in Apple stock, okay? Apple stock. Now you might say, why is her portfolio, so heavy in Apple? It's not diversified. When we were just, girlfriend and boyfriend back in the day, she had a very diversified portfolio. It's when we got married. When you get married, it's like you might have money in different accounts, but it's all one big pie, okay? That's the bottom line. Like when you get married, it's all one big pie, okay? So that's kind of the way I view it. And so this is just like extra money for these accounts, basically. So that's why we got, a huge stake in Apple there. And then she gets a, ton of dividends from that. She reinvests that money into more Apple shares and things like that. She used to be all in Wynn Resort. She got in that one, like I think it was around $50 or $60 a share. She was able to sell out anywhere between 140 and 180 or so. Made a ridiculous profit on that. She's going to kill it with Apple too. She's going to absolutely kill it with Apple. So those are our portfolios there, guys. Hers is, Apple dominated, and then mine's obviously very diversified with, 70% of the portfolio being at the top. I love my portfolio. I absolutely love it. I think it's the most happy I've been about a total portfolio in a long time, as far as the way I've kind of built it out and whatnot, and the way I'll continue to build it out. I feel, I'm in all the positions I want to be in, and continue to add. As far as the stocks, I'll probably add more of. I would love to add some more Eli, but it's held so strong, despite all the market weakness and whatnot. It's still held so strong. Cruise, I'm probably good on Cruise for now, unless we get into further in 2018. It's still around these ranges, then I could potentially add more. I'm probably good for now. Toll Brothers, I'm still adding aggressively. L Brands, I'm still adding aggressively. Goldman Sachs, I would like to add some more there and things like that. So those are the portfolios, guys. I hope you really enjoy this. Hope you got a ton of value out of it. Don't forget, if you're newer to the stock market, click that first link down there in the description. Take that 11-part course. It even has a private email address to me. In case you have any questions in regard to the course, you can ask me and I will gladly answer you back. If you're a more advanced investor, click that second link down there. Get in my private stock market membership group. You've got to be in there. There's so much value you get for being in that group. It's pretty astronomical, guys. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you got value out of it. Thank you for watching and have a great day.